नमस्कार दोस्तों, वेलकम टू माय आईटी लाइफ हसल यूट्यूब चैनल। आज का टॉपिक है ट्रिक्स कंपनी यूज टू मेक यू वर्क मोर। दोस्तों, जब से वर्क फ्रॉम होम शुरू हुआ है, वी आर स्टार्टेड टू लिसनिंग टर्म बर्नआउट मोर। ओके, सो एम्प्लॉयज़ ज़्यादा काम करने की वजह से बर्न आउट हो रहे हैं। ये प्रीवियस टू कोरोना नहीं था। प्रीवियसली जब वर्क फ्रॉम होम कंसेप्ट नहीं थी, लोग टाइम पे ऑफिस जाते थे और टाइम से निकल जाते थे। कभी कभी लेट हो जाता था, बट लाइक नॉर्मल 9 to 10 आवर्स ही ऑफिस में रहते थे। बट जब से वर्क फ्रॉम होम शुरू हुआ है, देर इज़ नो टाइम लिमिट। यू कैन स्टार्ट वर्क एट मॉर्निंग 8 a.m. and work till night 10 p.m. also. So the time restriction went away in initial days of work from home. Okay, initial 1 year I will say. Okay, so okay, so why is this happening? Today also many people are suffering through this, and it's not like now only they are suffering it. Before work from home also this phenomena was there, but it was not that dominant as people used to leave office and won't do work at home. ओके, सो एक बार ऑफिस से लॉग ऑफ कर लिया तो घर पे कुछ काम नहीं, क्योंकि लाइक दैट डेज वी वुड हैव द डेस्कटॉप्स एट ऑफिस. ओके, बट नाउ ड्यू टू लैपटॉप like we can work from anywhere. Okay, so what are the tricks that company have started using or managers use specially to get more work out of a employee? Okay, so uh, like I will take examples from my domain. Okay, so I am working in development projects for last 4 or 5 years now. Okay, so the things which I have observed or have heard from friends, experienced of friends, so that I will take as examples. Okay, so in some companies, okay, uh, if you are a fresher, okay, fresher developer, you have joined the project, uh, you will notice that uh, the basic flow of a delivery cycle, that is you will have sprints, increments. In sprints you will be assigned few stories as per your estimation and availability. Okay, suppose you are the sprint is of 2 weeks. Okay, that means 10 working days, and you have capacity of taking suppose 9 story pointers. Okay, but so if you have capacity of 9 story pointers, ideally you should get assigned stories with feature equal to non 9 story points or less than 9 story points. Okay, but uh, what companies do is they follow the structure of sprints, increments. Okay, but they don't do the estimation of the stories. Okay, so if you see such thing happening in your project, right, so it's a like a red flag. First of all, you should ask why the estimation of stories is not done and why the stories are not assigned as per the capacity of individual person. Okay, so the main reason I will tell you why. Okay, so this you team may know what's the main reason, but at higher level, right, uh, some they have some tricks in their sleeves. Okay, so they may be knowing and doing it purposefully. Okay, so uh, okay, so what happens is, if you do estimation of each story, right, suppose I have one feature and team estimate it to be of a 5 pointer story. Okay, um, so you will be assigned that feature, and if your capacity is 6 or 7 pointer, right, and if so 5 pointer story is assigned to you, so your remaining capacity is 2 pointer story. If your capacity is of 7 pointer, then you will be assigned one more two pointer story only, okay, not three or five story pointer. Okay, so if the estimation is happening correctly and features are assigned according to the capacity, you won't get overburdened by the work. Okay, you will finish your five story pointers in that allotted time and then concentrate on the second feature. That is two story pointers which you can easily complete. Okay, so now what are the disadvantages of not assigning the story pointers? Okay, I will explain you. Um, so okay, so suppose you story pointers are not estimated. You have been assigned a feature, okay, and uh, you know that it is a five story pointer. Okay, now uh, you will start working on that. Okay, and every day in your daily stand-up call, you will be asked the status of that story. Okay, uh, now since the estimation is not done for that. Okay, so now the pressure is on you to complete that story in the minimum amount of time, so that every day they won't ask, okay, why, what's the status, why it is taking so much time. Okay, so if it is a five story pointer, right, so ideally they will ask you after the fourth or fifth day only, okay, why it is not completed yet. But if you don't have the estimation, right, they will manager or the scrum master will start asking in the second or third or fourth day only. Okay, so the pressure is more on you in this scenario. And what will happen is you will try to do more things in less amount of time. Suppose it's a five story pointer ideally, right, so you will try to complete it in three story pointers. Okay, so what has happened, so you have worked extra, you have extended your working hours, so that that pressure of giving the status and explaining the reason why it's not yet completed, that won't come on you. Okay, so it's a subconscious thing we do. We don't recognize it that this game is being played with us. Okay, but it's a managers and scrum masters know. But as a fresher, if you have joined this and uh, the culture of the project itself is like that the estimation has never been carried out, so you won't be knowing that, you won't come to know about it. Okay, so what will happen, you will do 5 days work in 3 days. Okay, now uh, now 7 minus 3, so you are left with four more story pointers, right, so they will assign you another five story pointer to you. Okay, so again same, they will take some story from backlog and assign it to you since you have completed your story um, before only. Okay, so again now you have additional pressure of okay, it's a five story pointer and you have to complete it before the sprint ends. Okay, so you will put on more efforts to complete that story as well. So you understood what game has been played here. So ideally you should have been assigned seven story pointers work. Okay, but you are doing 10 story point of work. Okay, so you are uh, giving your extra efforts and hours into the work unnecessarily without any incentives. Okay, you think if you are a fresher, right, so you think, oh, it's a normal working condition, but no, they are uh, like they are taking just advantage of you. Okay, if you say simply. Okay, so why this happens again, so generally what happens is it's a manager's responsibility to expand his unit. Okay, increase the uh, profit his unit generates. Okay, so what happens is, mm manager's goal is to expand the unit, right, so they will try to win as many contracts as possible. Okay, so that's what and also the manager is incentivized to expand his unit and expand grow the profits. Like if suppose profit grows for a particular unit, right, so some incentive link will be provided to the manager. Okay, so for that uh, he will try to get more and more work from developers or the team, a full team. Okay, and we don't know what's playing at the high level. Okay, that's why we keep on taking stories after stories. Okay, and do work, put extra hours. Okay, so this is the main reason behind that. Okay, so make sure whichever team you join or joins, or if in your current team also this practice is not being followed correctly, please do question to your team leads. And also, by the way, say only manager cannot do this, right? The senior people in your team must be aware of this also. Okay, so the thing is, they are also somehow will be incentivized by the manager to take more work from the team. They will be incentivized with some benefits like promotion on site and whatever it may be, bonuses. Okay, but the loss is of the junior members, I will say, because they are neither incentivized, and they are also overburdened with the work. That's what I have observed. Okay, so this is the first way. um, Now, due to the this structure which I explained, right, manager's goal is to expand units, profits, income, and all. uh, there are more way come under this umbrella. Okay, the second way I will say is um, reduction in the employee costing. Okay, so generally what happens, mm, one employee, one resource per project. Okay, that's general policy is there. But sometimes what they will do is they will keep one resource for two projects or three projects. Okay, and they will ask you like, okay, so you have to give your 50% of time in first project and 50% of time in the second project. So now, ideally speaking, right, this sounds okay. You will be assigned 50% of less work, but does it in practical, is it possible? So to do the 50% of work also now, you have to do the whole analysis, research, everything behind that 50% of work also. Okay, if you are in some one project only now, and um, in a sprint you get multiple features. Okay, so generally what is it, all features are somehow interlinked. If you worked on one feature, then second feature gets easy to implement because you know the background of that feature. Okay, that's why even if with your 100% capacity and you have multiple stories in the sprint for just one project, the effort you have to put in is just for the first feature. Okay, the second first story, the second story will be easier due to your experience in the first story. So here, your amount of work or effort is more in just completing the first story. Now take the second scenario wherein you allocate your 50% time into projects. Okay, the amount of work, that chunk of work which you have to work on or allocate to, you have to do for both projects now. Okay, so the first feature you implement for your first project, that you all initial analysis and implementation wise thinking, that will take time. Okay, and you complete your first project, you move to the second project story. Here again you have to start from the beginning. Okay, what is the feature, how you can implement that, you have to think of the whole thing again newly. So it's like more effort you are putting. Okay, so now earlier, if in first project you were putting like 80% of the effort. Okay, in the second, if you are split between two projects, you have to put 100 plus percent of the effort. Now you have to put more effort, what I mean to say. So again, like, you will be then working for long hours. mm, you will stretching till late nights to just to complete both the works, because uh, they will say, okay, the work has been reduced, that is 50%, why are you not able to complete it? So you won't be having that justification, okay, that time. but the real reason behind stretching is that you have to do more even if you have just allocated 50% of work. Okay, so that will also lead to the burnouts and all. Okay, so the concept is same only here also, that is to get more and more work from limited number of resources, but the trick here is different. Okay, so this is was the second trick. Okay, uh, one more thing you will observe is uh, along with your normal project work, right? Stories and all, you will be assigned some POCs also on different technology. What? Okay, depending on the requirements. What is POCs? A proof of concept. Okay, like okay, do create this front end application for some according to some customer requirement. Okay, uh, so here also, uh, since you are a young blood, right, you are a fresher, so you will say, yeah, okay, I am ready to learn this, ready to invest my time in this. But what will happen actually is you are already busy with your project. Okay, there you won't get any discount or concession. Okay, now you have to put your additional extra hours to just uh, learn the technology of that POC, whichever it will be using, and then build that application also. Okay, so ideally what you should ask is, okay, I will work on it, but you reduce the work allocation as per the capacity. Okay, so if you have a 10 story pointers capacity, you should ask them to give stories of just say 6 or 7 story pointers. Okay, leave the 3 story pointers for working on this POC. Okay, this generally nobody ask. Okay, they say, okay, okay, we will do this additional POC also, but it's your right, you should ask for this adjustment in your capacity wise. Okay, okay, so next is, okay, um, so to win contracts, right, like I said, manager is behind increasing the unit portfolio. So uh, sometimes to win the contracts, right, the client specifies, okay, I need such a so and so uh, application to perform such and such tasks. So and I want within this limit of time. Okay, and so what generally happens is manager overcommit. Okay, so yeah, we can do it in 2 months, 3 months, even though that is actually a 5 months or 6 months project. Okay, so this now here manager is not thinking about the team here. Okay, he just want the contract. Okay, for any reason. Okay, so now what will happen is, again here he will start pulling resources from uh, teams under him. Okay, now again the team members have to work on multiple projects, um, and since the time is very limited, right, with respect to the work, naturally you have to do like put extra efforts. You have to like work for 12, 13 hours uh, in straight without break. Yeah, break will be there of course, but every day you have to put in those hours. Okay, to complete that goal. Okay, if you are incentivized for that, that is well and good, but if you are not, so it's up to you how you want to pursue that. Okay, um, okay, the okay, last what I feel is uh, some managers, okay, not all, but some managers I have seen um, in some projects. So they what they do, they uh, have the DSM at morning, okay, whatever 10, 11, 9, whatever your timing is, and they will have one status call at evening, late evening. Okay, 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m. also. So like this is a not a good work culture, I will say. Okay, uh, because even though suppose you like log off at 7, meeting at is at 9 p.m., so you can't go anywhere. Okay, you will have that thing in mind that, okay, we have a call at night, I have to come back and log in. um, And sometimes if you are working till 8, now call is at 9. Okay, so like you will be like, okay, just why to log off now, let's work a little bit more, and then after joining the call, after the call we will log off. Okay, so that's like naturally will end up increasing your working hours. Okay, if yeah, working from home. So that is like these small points you have to be careful of. Okay, uh, what I will suggest is you should set your boundaries. Okay, even not from day one, you will from day one, you like you will get into the project, you will understand the project. But once you see these small red flags, right, you should either ask the relative questions, or set the boundaries accordingly. Okay, because if you are putting your extra hours, right, you should be incentivized for that also. Okay, no work is should be done free of cost. Okay, that's what my thought is. Not cost, but yeah, like why should you do extra work? Okay, instead you can invest that time somewhere else. Do some learn something new. Do some certification. Enjoy time with family and friends. Um, so these causes all overburden things which lately we are listening so much of about. Okay, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. um, yeah, let me know how you find this content. If you have any doubts or queries, please use the comment section below. I will try to answer that for sure. Yeah, thank you guys.